Hello, yes, my beautiful, beautiful people. We have returned, yes. The dream team is here. I've returned. I know, I was away. I know, I'm sorry. I apologize to you guys at home. Like listening on the Spotify or watching on YouTube. Hey, I'm sorry. Okay, so you got me, sexy, the charmed one. Troy Salmon. Oh yes, all in my vest, looking glory. I know. You guys can't see me, but I'm in the best way. It's hot over here in the UK.
Yeah,
it's boiling out here. And then we have Tada Chloe, the greatest witch we have ever seen. Yes.
Man, this Korean cucumber spicy AF, just like the man's titties in Korea.
it just comes off, it just rolls off the tongue with Tara. It just rolls off the tongue. Oh my god. Alright, and then we have the enigmatic, the wonderful, the beautiful Helen Watkins. Oh yes, we have.
Hi. Nice to have you back, Troy. I can say that I missed you without having Ben casting any aspersions on that statement.
Okay. no,
as he is wont to do. But yes. It's good to have you back. We missed you.
Thank you very much. So glad to be back. It's been a long road this week, but I found my way back out of the tunnel, out of the darkness. I've returned.
Mm-hmm.
So, tell me what you guys have been up to this week, I should say. Anything crazy happened? Anything happy? Anything not so good? You know what I'm saying? Air it out right now. Let's see what you got. Go on, Tara, Helen, where want to go first?
I got the keys to my new flat, which is one step closer to not speaking to a letting agent for quite some time. Or a landlord.
Them landlords, oh my goodness, them flipping landlords. Oh.
And I would tell you, but honestly, literally, if you got me started, it would be the whole podcast. So just plain nice to let deposits back in my bank account.
Yes, whoever you are, put that money back in that bank account real quick. You don't want Helen go off, and you don't want that.
You really don't. You really don't.
Hey, I thought because someone you've got Scottish in my family. Hey, I know it's not when they go off. I know this.
You know what? It takes a lot. It takes a lot to make me go off. I've got a very long fuse, like a very patient person, but there's a bomb on the end of that bomb, and when that bomb comes.
So it's a long fuse, but when that
my
fuse
fuse
goes
is
down,
long, yeah, but the bomb on the other end is a big old bomb.
Yeah, all right.
But I'm just smiling, keeping polite, all the stuff that you're supposed to do.
Yeah, I love it. All right, excellent. Now we know what Helen's got going on. Hey, hopefully it gets sort of resolved quick, and you get that stuff sorted, because this is ridiculous. That is ridiculous. The landlord is just it's what I don't do with landlords, man. I'm so glad I live in the house. Like, it's just terrible doing with landlords. Like, oh jeez. Whoo, when the time comes, oh my goodness. Oh, I don't want that to happen. I don't want it. All right. So if you have enough money, buy a house outright. No landlords. No, I'm not doing with landlords.
That's the dream.
Yeah, exactly, because I know the stories. Okay. So Tara, what have you got? Anything happened recently this week that you want to talk about? Anything crazy? Anything?
Yes. So a blast from the past came to haunt me, and somehow it involves mentities again.
Mentities, like these ones.
Yes. So one of my vendors, and we used to talk about him. He called that jackass big ass mentity, yo. So somehow, yes.
Oh my gosh, fucking jeez.
The circle over here is really small, so I had to talk to an old friend. I'll say friend in the Count Dracula tone.
Why do you run into these people? I don't get it. I don't get it at all. How do you find these people? These people just gravitate towards you. They just come out of nowhere. It's like, yes,
I
the
know,
90s
yeah.
just gravitate. You know,
It's
that's your thing.
titty. Yeah, so there's gonna be a documentary that I'm gonna produce, an independent documentary called Find My Titty Man in Korea, where I'll have my Marina and the Diamonds How to Be a Heartbreaker moment.
In the diamonds. When you brought up in the because literally like a chat. I mean, there's a
Yes,
message in there, guys. But you put Marine the Diamonds in there, and I was like, oh my days, Marine the Diamonds. That's a
yeah,
blast from the past because I love that group. Marine the Diamonds. That song's amazing.
yeah.
Valley of the Dolls, my favorite Marine the
Okay,
Diamonds
I'll
song.
still listen.
So good, so good.
Yep.
But yeah, she's gonna do a documentary, guys. You know, the Titty Man, you know, Titty Man
Yeah,
come up, you know,
yeah,
this
gonna
crap.
visit like Jeju, Busan, all the beaches in South Korea. And got this right cities and everything. And Troy's gonna do a sequel called what's it?
Yes. Oh yeah. Okay, yes. Okay, so you said she gonna do a show, so I'm gonna do a sequel with the woman teas, you know, find the tea woman, you know. Yeah,
Yes,
yeah. So
yes,
I know the
yeah,
sequel. I know because
yeah.
Helen's looking at me like I'm crazy. Oh my god, what are you talking about? But yeah,
It's okay, yeah, because he's a bachelor, I'm a bachelorette, so
uh,
literally,
so there goes Korea. Yeah.
yes, yes.
If you want to know what's going on in my head, I'm singing Titty Man to the tune of Dayman from Always Sunny in Philadelphia in my head. The Titty Man cometh. That's what it's
This is
called.
why I always say the team man come because I knew exactly what I was gonna say.
Titty Man. Ah.
Oh my gosh. She's in my head. I'm like, Helen, get out of my head. Get out of my head. She knows me too well, right? That's crazy. I don't know how, but she does. But yeah, see, that's our crazy last one because literally, me, I've been grinding, to be honest. And I was talking to Tara about when we can go to Korea at some point. I need to go to Korea. There's some beach. She said she's gonna show me some beaches out there.
Yep.
So yeah, so we'll get that sorted at some point. I might jump down to Korea before I even go to Japan. So Korea might be my first stop outside the
Well,
country. So
mhm.
yeah. So guys, what do you talk about first? We're gonna talk about any movies that you've seen or TV shows. What do you want to go first? I like you guys' hands.
Movies. Recently, I watched The Orphan, First Kill. Do you guys know Orphan?
Wait, what?
Oh,
You saw that? Wait,
that's the
what was
new
first?
one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, Orphan. Yeah,
I don't think it's out here yet, is it?
Yeah, it's not out here yet, is it?
it's out here already. Yeah, I watched.
Oh my.
Oh, it's not out in the UK because I'm going to see that.
It's,
I
first
mean,
kills out there.
yeah, it's good, but Esther's annoying as usual. So
Yeah.
Oh, she was so good in the first one. Oh
she's
my goodness.
a little nymphomaniac, tiny. Looks like
Yeah.
old, but
Spoilers for the first
Spoilers, yeah.
one.
Info spoilers, yeah. The
as
first one, yeah.
usual, she looks like a 10-year-old. But I don't know why she's so obsessed with always stealing the husband in the family. And the mom was right. The mother in the story this time is right. She's a deformed freak. And nobody would want her.
Damn. Oh my gosh. See, this is why, because you want to be like a parent, you know, she's got that mindset. She wants to like, be a parent. She can't because she's a little kid. Size wise.
But that really happened though, didn't it, in America?
Yeah.
Recently, like there was a woman who was of restricted growth, wasn't she? And she was like, her parents were saying, no, she's a big age woman. Like, we left her on her own in a flat. And she's like, I'm 12.
Yeah.
Oh
And
my
they couldn't
god.
find out whether it was true or not. Like, I still don't know what happened to that. It was everywhere for months.
Oh
And
yeah, that's what I said. Yeah, I was like, what happened to that? Yeah, I was like, what the heck?
Yeah, so basically she's someone in her 30s who has this like disorder that she can't really grow up, kind of like Peter Pan. So she's stuck in the body of a 10-year-old forever. Yeah, but I do believe she's somewhat a nymphomaniac because she seduces the security guard in the Eastern European mental institution. And when she comes to America, she tries to seduce the dad always. I don't know what's the problem, but yeah, it's just gross.
Dolphin's a great
she does
concept.
love herself a dad bod, doesn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah, she does. She does. Yeah, she actually does. She's a great actress, though. Great actress. I was probably the first one as well. I'm like, yeah, these the rich actor. I'm like, yes. So
She was
good.
really good.
Bring
That has to be a child actress, right?
yeah.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
but
Yeah.
she grew up in the sequel already, so.
How can she be in a sequel? She must have grown up since that
Yeah,
point.
she must have grown up. Is that the same girl? They
But
play.
I do believe they did some graphics or something to make her face look younger. Or, I don't know. Yeah.
Oh, so he's the same girl and just like
It's
shrunk
the
like
sequel.
CG.
The sequel.
CG.
Yeah. Yeah. CG.
I want to see that movie because she must have grown up by now. She must have. Because how many years ago was that?
Yeah.
Orphan was
She's
about 10 years ago.
Yeah, it's a decade ago.
Yeah.
She's literally yeah.
Well, see, my husband's not big into horror films, right? But
Yeah.
he's discovered like he quite enjoys the silly ones.
Yeah.
And I managed to convert him to a couple of them with a Happy Death Day and Happy Death Day to You films, which are really, really silly and stupid.
Oh my gosh, my little
So-
sister, she loves those.
My next thing for him to get him into, or inoculated a little bit into the horror, was that we watched Ready or Not in the week.
Oh, you're not so good.
That's
So
such
good.
a stupid film, though, isn't
He's
it?
so good though. He's so good though.
It's brilliant, but it's
Yeah.
very silly. Like,
It
it's very cartoony, is what I mean. Like, it's.
Mm.
and the stuff that happens in that movie, you're like, what the heck is going on?
So for those of you who haven't seen it, it's about this woman who marries into this like family full of millionaires.
Yeah, it's a rich family, yeah.
And it basically transpires that anybody who wants to join the family has got to play a game that's specially selected by like this nightmare box.
Yes.
And if
Yes, I did that one. Yeah.
if you pick hide and seek, then basically you have got to play Rambo Last Blood until sunrise. Otherwise, that's you. So you've got to be in it. Yeah. So it's like a bit more sinister than just playing cards, and it's just willfully very stupid.
Oh yeah, I know that. Yeah, they are Satanists or something.
It's a good movie. Just anyone who hasn't seen that movie yet, check it out because trust me, you're gonna love it.
Yeah. I mean, it's obviously like the family have got their money by nefarious means, and they've got to appease some kind of.
Satanist. Yeah, so that's why they have the devil. I think they had the bride as a sacrifice to the devil or something like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good movie. Hey, anyone see a movie, check it out because it's great acting in it. Because if you think to yourself, that kind of movie like acting, nah, but it's really good acting in that movie as well. You can tell they're off the rocker already. You can tell that family's automatically crazy.
Yeah. From the very beginning, they're like,
bunch of creeps.
Yeah.
Bunch of weirdos. But
and I like Samara Weaving, and I think she's an excellent final girl. And I hope that's not the last time she's the final girl.
It's special. Samara Weaving is special. I remember watching this girl back in Home and Away. Back then. And that was years back.
Wasn't she the one that was like an orphan that was did she escape from a cult or something when she was in Home and Away?
No, it wasn't her. No, it wasn't her. Remember, it was her. It was what was her name? Because it was her and Romeo. Because she was like the brother and sister. Yeah, because I can't remember her name in the show.
I'm going to have to look that up. That's correct.
Yes,
it's not long before I stopped watching though.
Yeah, because that was a while. Because that's when I slowly started to like tune out Home and Away. And I was like, stop watching it. And that after kind of that era. And I was like, nah, I'm watching it.
Speaking of which, who's seen the last episode of Neighbours? Who watched that?
Didn't watch it. Was it any good?
What, mate? What? Oh my god!
Didn't do it.
She was called Indy.
Indy. There we go. There we go.
I'm sure she was the one that escaped from a cult, or was that somebody else?
Oh no, what was it? I know. It's not her. It was the girl who starred in Transformers when she turned into a machine. Her. Anyone seen what was it called? The four.
Megan Fox.
The four. No, not Megan Fox. There was another girl, the blonde hair, with the eyes. It was a girl who transformed into. She was a machine, but she was a human machine. It was her. She started it. She was the cult. It was her. She's I haven't seen so much of it now though, but she was really good. I'm trying to do more stuff, but her. She's really good. Anyone see Transformers, they know exactly what I'm talking about. But yeah, it's her. She's really pretty. But yeah, she was like a female Transformer. She was in that some weird cult. That cult storyline was epic. I love that cult storyline. That was a great storyline. No way. But yeah. I'll find it for you after because
I'm trying to remember who it was.
I know exactly what you're talking about as well because I know he is. But yeah,
She took her a while to speak, didn't it?
yeah. She took a lot of speak. Yeah, she was kind of just there, like timid, and then she was like, because she was really slim. When you see she was really slim, because Indy had a bit more body to her. But
Yeah.
she was really slim.
But she was really tall and skinny. Tasha.
Yes,
Tasha Andrews. That's the one.
Tasha. There we go. Tasha. There we go. It was
Yeah.
Tasha.
So anyway,
Yeah.
back
But
to
yeah.
the neighbours. So
Yeah.
everybody's in Ramsey Street for Toadie's wedding, and it looks like everybody's going to move away, and then everybody doesn't move away, and then they're doing a history of Ramsey Street. But like, I'm of the generation, like I'm a bit older than you, Troy, and Neighbours was like, they were like rock stars in the UK, like in the 80s, in the late 80s, early 90s. Like I remember going to my local supermarket, local shopping centre, just to look at the guy playing Rick Alessi.
Oh snap!
He just came and stood there, and just went, "Hi, I'm in Neighbours," and everybody was like, "Ah, it's Rick Alessi." Dan Falzon, I think it was. Dan Falzon. So you forget how many people are in Neighbours. So Kylie and Jason came back for the finale.
Yeah, I remember they said they were
Guy Pearce came back to the finale.
Yeah, I was shocked. I saw like the pictures of him like returning. I was like, what the heck is he came back?
Yeah, and Margot Robbie came back.
Yeah, I heard some of the big stars they were coming back.
Yeah,
like,
Jesse Spencer.
Yeah, I was like,
it was really nice. It was reminiscent. It was nice. It was sentimental. Like, you know, it was a big part of your life growing up in this country. I think watching Neighbours when you were at school.
That's what I'm saying. It was to be honest, it's still a big part of my life as well. To be honest, like my family just watch Neighbours all the way, that kind of thing. The soaps when we were growing up.
Yeah, but Neighbours, for some reason, that was really. I don't know what it was about. Maybe it was the time or something, but it was like
the era,
really special. And like they used to show it at lunchtime. They would show you they'd show it twice a day. So they show it at lunchtime and show it at tea time. So if you were off school,
they would just be on reruns.
You would be like, "Oh, I get to see Neighbours before everybody else."
I remember that time, little time slots and that. Oh my god, that was the era. That was the time. That was the time. Man. Tara, what about in your country? So where you were at the time when Neighbours home the way, the big booms and stuff. So did you kind of see Neighbours growing up, like home and away, that kind of thing? Was it like on your kind of TV where you were? Was it okay big where you were?
I don't think so, actually.
No, wasn't big over there.
I don't think so. Yeah.
No, that's what I was thinking. I was like, what do you mean? Because I know it's a big global phenomenon. Everyone was kind of watching Neighbours at one point. Even Americans were trying to say, "Oh, hey, Neighbours." Even they knew about it. And I was like, "What the heck?" But the thing is, America's always been kind of close to us, anyways. Always getting the rights to their stuff, they're getting the rights to our stuff.
Yeah.
And Australia was pretty like close to America, anyways. So they're kind of like in a circle, in a loop. Anyway, anyone outside of like because that was kind of like the Asian coast, that kind of thing. But I was like, would it be big over there? But obviously Tara said it wasn't that big over there. So I was like, okay, didn't reach that kind of
heard of that show before.
Yeah.
It was very weird when it first came out, though, like in the late 80s, because there was like this hotel that was partnered with an international hotel, and there was a lot of Japanese characters in it very early on, wasn't there? And it was always very borderline racist.
Oh yeah, early days, yeah, that was so bad.
And Mr. Udigawa.
Oh jeez, I'm going memory lane now. Oh my god.
And there was like loads of and then they did have a storyline when they did get, was it a Japanese family in this, or was it a Korean family? And their first storyline was a bit like, you can't do that.
Yeah, stuff they did back then. Just saying.
Yeah, I don't particularly want to say it, but it involved a missing dog, and I'll let you.
Oh jeez! Oh no!
Fill in the blanks there. It was horrible.
That's terrible. That is.
So, but yeah, there was always that kind of weird.
That's the thing with Australian TV. It's just like,
Australia, it's not the most racist place, but I think it's definitely different in the UK about what they consider acceptable. In the
Yeah, Australia, they don't give a crap. They don't care over there. They do not care.
Yeah, they don't actually. I heard a lot of stuff about them. And
Yeah,
yeah,
Australia's
I didn't want to just out and out say it, but yeah.
it's bad. It's bad over there, especially the stuff that I've seen.
yeah, I don't know this guy. He keeps preaching why Australia is so great, like it's safe, blah blah, yeah, yeah. You know, I don't give a shite because I don't.
Yeah, they say New Zealand's the safest place in the world. So they're saying it. New Zealand, Australia, they're the most kind of safe, the safest type of places in the world. They say. So,
I'm not even sure if it's safe, to be honest. Like,
I know about I don't know about minorities going down there. I don't know about that, but
Yeah, exactly. Like if your country's based on kind of moving an indigenous population into the middle of it,
exactly.
and,
Yeah.
making room for the white people, then I don't really think it's that safe for
Exactly.
anyone.
Yeah. They're just on principle alone. Exactly.
Looking at you, Australia, America, Canada.
Push them right in the back, right in the bushes, push them right out there. It's like,
Yeah. It's not really giving people the land back if you put them in places where you don't want to be.
Yeah, have you seen them places? That places are desolate. I'm like, oh my god, I'm like, wow. But yeah, Australian TV, guys, Australian TV.
Yeah, Australia.
so basically, the guy was like, if I buy a house in Australia, I can have a PR. Actually, his wife bought the house. The wife is the one who has money, not him. So actually, he thinks that if you buy a house in Australia, you're entitled to a permanent residency. Actually, the answer is no, because technically, yeah, any foreigner can buy property overseas as well. And let's say, I know that doesn't guarantee you a PR. Let's say, even if I bought a house in London and demanded the government for a PR, I don't think that's going to happen.
Nope.
Nope.
Yep.
Doesn't happen. Yeah. And they're strict over there as well. Anything happens, boy, that's gonna be a letter. They're like, well, anything moves into that country that's not like it's there already. Strict. Everything like paperwork, boom, has to be on point. But yes. Let's see, who's gonna start.
I can
Let's
start.
kick this
Go on.
off. Okay, go on, Tara. Go on, Tara.
Yeah,
Go on.
I have to go early as well. Okay, so this week we're going to talk about Umbrella Academy. It's based loosely on the comic book by My Chemical Romance, Gerard Way. He's the lead singer. So, My Chemical Romance, they were actually forced to go on hiatus due to this person who committed suicide and quoted their band's name. Did you guys hear about it?
Oh, suicide, nah.
No, I didn't
Yeah,
hear
Yeah,
about that.
it's shitty, you know. I hate that bitch who did that because you're so selfish. You just drag down the entire band, and by committing suicide and blame it on them that their album inspired me about death. Fuck you, bitch. Wherever you are in the afterlife, you just destroyed My Chemical Romance.
They're back now though, so she.
Yeah, they actually went through a lot actually, and because of that, yeah, they were forced to reinvent their image and all, and it didn't work out. So that's why they had to like stop and disband. But before that, Gerard Way released the comic book of the Umbrella Academy, and basically it's about like a superhero. So there were seven superheroes, 7 kids, yeah, 1 to 7. And I don't know why the Asian one is dead, but he's a Korean and he's hot. Like this cucumber right next to me, this spicy Korean cucumber next to me. Yes. And there's a talking monkey. I don't know how. And the first one, Luther. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's number 1. He's a gorilla. Because I knew a real life gorilla in real
Oh,
life.
the one with the big arms, like.
Yes, yeah. I know a gorilla in real life, but he's petite. He's tiny and petite. But his legs are hairy AF though. Yes, Japanese gorilla. Yeah, so yeah, each of them had their own respective superpower because actually technically all of them were adopted. You know, I don't know how, but they were adopted by this old geezer who they call father. And he's just creepy. He has this like old ugly ass creepy mansion, that kind of scary type. And that's where he keeps all his kids, like MJ and Neverland Ranch.
Oh, jeez, Neverland Ranch. Oh my god.
It's really like
And Michael Jackson, Neverland Ranch. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's right. And so they all have their superpower actually. And one of the most unstable mentally ones is called Vanya. Because whenever she gets angry, she tends to blow up things with nuclear power. Yeah, that's what she does. So overall, I think this show is not bad. It's the fact that it was created by the lead singer of My Chemical Romance. I
Yeah, I literally forgot that they actually created that. I was surprised.
Cool.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a bad show actually. If you like superhero stuff, I'm not actually into superhero stuff and all, but I was a big fan of My Chemical Romance like back in the day,
Yeah, I think
especially
everyone was.
Helena, the Black Parade, Famous Last Word, especially during that era.
Carry on, to carry on.
Yeah, that album is so
Yeah,
good.
everyone. That was that was the album. Like that's the biggest one right there. It's oh my gosh, Franco Romance album, man. Flashbacks.
Yeah,
Woo!
and there's Weird Klaus. He just freaks me out. He's a drug addict and a hippie.
Do you think though? Because I watched that season one. I couldn't watch the rest of it after season one. After watching season one, I was like,
Yeah, they time travel a lot because of the stupid briefcase. So they time travel a lot, and it's always the same thing like, oh, the world is ending in how many days? And then when you go to the second season, I don't know why everything's reshuffled. They're all on different timelines, and then like the kid,
oh, that's how it goes.
yeah, number five. I don't know why he never grew up, but I certainly hope he's not like Esther from The Orphan.
Well,
He's
no,
like,
but didn't he never grow up because he was trapped in another timeline. He was trapped and never
oh,
grew up.
oh yeah, he's actually an old guy, but he's trapped in
Yeah.
the body. So then he's like, oh, the world is ending in how many days? And then second season again, oh, the world is ending in how many days? Like,
Yeah, it's the whole show. It's a weird show because it's a fine line with that show because
yeah.
sometimes there was like episodes where it'd be really good, and
Mm,
the thing is if you're a superhero fan, I give you warning watching this show because a lot of powers are not using this show.
mhm,
It's not really a powers driven show.
yeah.
Very story character driven. So I'd say that.
Mm-hmm.
Be careful.
Okay.
If it was action, it's not action type of show. It's not. It's definitely not that. I'd say that.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, it kind of surprised me a little bit. I was watching, I was like, oh damn, it's kind of different than the usual like superhero show that you watch. Very different. Well, sometimes you probably to naked eye you think it was boring, but they have got some good some subplots in there. To be honest, there's good subplots in there.
So how did they deal with like Elliot Page?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
so,
in
Because
the third
that the
season,
actor's been through some changes and
yeah,
yes.
they've continued to cast him, which is really cool.
yeah, I mean, he's a transgender now.
How does it work with the storyline though? Because
Yeah, how did they write him in?
yeah.
Okay, so basically the what's her name? Wanya. She said she felt guyish this whole while, and then she appears in her guy form. So that.
Oh, okay, so she like kind of took a form, like kind of like there's a way of explaining it, the storyline.
So
So
they changed the character's gender as well.
Yeah.
That's cool. I like that.
yeah, because you have to explain it somewhere, like powers wise or just change wise. They are in the modern day, so you know what I mean. You've got to kind of tie it into like what would actually happen in real life. You know what I mean? Like, from time to time. So that's what I think. Cause I was thinking, I was like, because is the story going to change? Is she going to get a certain? Because what was her abilities again? I forgot what her
Yeah.
abilities were.
Worst come to worst,
What
they
is?
would just choose someone else for the casting though, but they somehow retained her. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I suppose
I
if you're
remember.
paying for a name, you got to keep the name for as long as you can, right?
Yeah.
Because Ellie is very integral to the story, to be honest, to the Umbrella Academy story. So
Oh, I'm glad you got to stay.
I was like, how's it gonna work? I was like, okay, they're gonna just try and right, because you could do it in a show like Umbrella Academy. You can do that. It's very
Yeah, I
easy
suppose
to
if it's
figure
yeah.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But I suppose like if you've got unlimited possibilities, then why would you choose to limit your characters?
you could do like a Misfits, you know, like
Exactly.
Misfits, yeah, shapeshift or something like that. You know what I mean? But yeah.
Don't give anybody the power over milk because that was a very silly superpower.
Oh my god, Misfit! I was like, Oh man, Mystery was such a great show, but the last seasons were horrible. I couldn't stand them. Oh, that show was so good. It annoyed me to this day. Just even thinking about Mystery, it's just like, oh.
It's why I'll never ever go back to Thamesmead as well, because like I just look at that and I think, yeah, that's not a nice place. Sorry, anybody that lives in Thamesmead.
Mm-hmm.
Oh jeez.
But if you can double up as a future utopia without any set dressing, not utopia, dystopia, the different one, the bad one.
Yes, the bad one. Dystopian times. Yeah.
Yeah. If you don't need to like do anything to make yourself into the dystopian future, have you ever been?
That's me. I've not been that.
To be fair though, like I've got beef with it just because when I was doing my driving lessons, my driving instructor used to take me to Thamesmead so I could practice roundabouts.
Oh,
because I wasn't very good at them.
Yeah, there's
so
tons of them down there.
Got like hours driving around Thamesmead, getting more and more frustrated with myself at not being able to do roundabouts.
Roundabouts was the one. I used to get everyone top roundabouts.
I can do them now.
Yeah.
I have a driving license for like 15 years now. Fine.
Yeah. Same here. Literally, the one that almost got me was the hill. It almost got me. I was like, going with the hill, and I was like, oh,
the hill star.
It's gonna get me. But I just about did it. I barely got past it, so I never got a fail. So I was like, yes. I did. I was lovely. I was so lucky that day. Everything just aligned. That one day I got my license. It was insane.
Well, yeah. What happened to me was I was supposed to do a reverse around a corner, but every corner that they wanted me to reverse around, somebody was practicing the reverse around a corner on it.
Oh jeez.
So I had to do a parallel park instead, but I was really bad at reversing around a corner, so somebody was smiling on me that day as well.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm gonna smile at you for real. I'm gonna smile at you because the littlest thing, because any little thing could just mess you up. That's the thing about these giants. Any little thing could just mess up your whole vibe.
Do you know what though? I did get messed up because I came around a corner and there was a lorry in the middle of the road and it was like a residential street and there was cars parked up both sides. So I had to reverse all the way up the road.
Yeah.
And like they don't teach you that in your driving lessons. So I had to reverse all the way up the road and let the lorry pass. And then I pulled out again, and then another lorry came thundering around the corner doing exactly the same thing, and I went, "Oh, for sake!" Like, and I lost a point for my attitude.
Oh jeez, yes, the attitude thing. You gotta be careful of that one. The attitude.
Your attitude could have been better when you were. And I was literally, I could see the test center, and I was been prevented. Can't believe it.
Oh gosh.
I would delight. Anyway.
Oh my god, that's insane. That's funny, man.
Umbrella Academy.
Yes, Umbrella Academy. Oh my god, Umbrella Academy. I might give it another try. Check it out. I watched season 1. I just checked out the last couple seasons, but it got a bit weird for me. Too weird. I'm a guy who loves weird shows, but Umbrella Academy just got too weird for me. But towards that last couple episodes, I was like, oh, kind of dragged a bit. Let's finish it off. I might go back into it, just finish it off. See what it's like, what's going down. Gets any better.
So basically, my pick. Yeah.
Say again?
I'm done with pick. Your turn.
Oh, yes. Okay, so she's done.
I'm going to go next.
Okay.
So I've just been basically putting an iPlayer on and I'm going like crime.
Okay, crime.
I've watched, and Netflix as well, for things that have been on the BBC. So I've watched something called The Secret with Jimmy Nesbitt in it, where he's a bad man, but he's a bad religious man. And then something else called The Cry, which I really like.
The Cry, so familiar. The Cry.
So it's Jenna Colman, or Jenna Colman, whatever you.
Oh, okay, Jenna Colman. Okay, good. I love Jenna Colman. Okay, go on.
Is like a mother of a very small baby, and her husband's Australian, and they go to Australia, and the baby's crying all the way on the plane, and then the baby gets taken.
Oh snap! Okay.
Out of the car, yeah. So they go shopping and they leave the baby in the car for a split second and come back. The baby's gone. The baby's nowhere to be seen. And like, there's a few kind of red herrings in there. Like, he's got a dodgy relationship with his ex-wife, who he's gone back to Australia to try and talk about their daughter with. And you know, there was a few people getting a bit aggy on the plane with the baby and all those things. So it was just like really twisty and turny. And you know, you didn't really know what you were going to get, and I like that. Jenna Coleman's brilliant in anything, but like nobody does kind of wide-eyed upset and innocence like she does. It's something else. But that's not my pick. My pick this week. But like I've been watching loads of stuff, but because I just need to have
okay,
noise.
I'm ready. Woo,
So
ready.
I found a little gem. I found a really nice little gem, and it's on Amazon, and it's called Hacks.
Hacks.
So it's about a older woman comedian, stand-up comedian, who's got a residency in Vegas, like a Joan Rivers, very much like a Joan Rivers avatar, who is, her spot is in danger. Like she's got a Saturday night slot at this Long Island casino, and her manager has got another client who's a young writer that's done a couple of misjudged tweets.
Yeah.
It has been quote unquote cancelled. He doesn't have a job. So she's got this older woman who needs to help stay relevant and this young writer who needs a job.
Yeah.
So he says, right, why don't you go and help this woman update her act? And this kind of New York, no, sorry, she's not from New York, like an LA millennial has to go and live with like an aging female stand-up comedian who's like survived countless Me Too's and sexual harassment and come up through the comedy clubs. Is a proper survivor.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a Survivor Snowflake buddy comedy thing. And it's just really sweet and really nice, but like it's got its depths as well. Like it touches on some quite tricky subjects, like they're talking about sexual harassment and stuff like that. And she's like, "Well, yeah, that's just part of life, kind of thing." And then the woman,
it's like you get over it. You gotta go.
Build a bridge, babes. Build a bridge.
Yeah, exactly. Just use it. To remind you.
If you like Frasier, though, like I think there's like 3 actresses that were like quite key in Frasier in it. So the woman that plays the main character is remember Lana? So
yes,
is Lana from Frasier, and Phoebe's in it for one episode, and Mel Krosky's in it for quite a few episodes, playing the main character's mum. So
that sounds
good. It's really good, and it's just like, so like the main players in it are this woman and her son, who is played by oh god, what's her name? Dee from Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Anyway,
you know what? Always Sunny in Philadelphia. I need to watch that show. I need to watch that show.
You never watched it?
No, I need to watch that show. It's so bad. But personally, watches like good quality TV. It's terrible. I need to get on it.
But they're terrible people, Troy. You need to know this. Like, you're quite a positive guy, and you like to see positive things. There's nobody with any redeeming features, and It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Like, they're all bad people.
Hey,
it's so about bad people.
You know me. I've watched Euphoria, so I'm good.
Okay. Yeah. No, I love Euphoria, all right. So fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah. But they make the people it makes Euphoria look like Grange Hill, basically. They're not good people.
What?
Yeah. But so it's Caitlin Olsen playing her daughter, who's like this kind of typical child of a famous person. Yeah. And then the other main character, and it's like her business manager. Mm. And of course the agent who brought them together, like the boss, the manager, agent.
Yeah, always like Charles Bay.
Yeah, so there's it's like 20 episodes of it, I think, on Amazon, series 1 and series 2.
Oh, so it's like so series 1, season 2. So there's 2 seasons out.
Yeah. And it's just that it's won a load of awards recently, I think. I think it was like nominated quite heavily at the Emmys. So I would definitely suggest giving it a go, because I really liked it and I thought it was really sweet. And I don't get my cockles warmed often, but it's a nice it's one of those ones that I've not really heard many people talk about. And I've seen people talk about it at the Emmys, but I never really thought, I wonder what that's about, because I thought it would be about computers being called hacks, but it's no hacks as in literary hacks.
Yeah, literally hacks. Yeah, like a hacks.
But there is a bit in it where the main character goes off and plays in a comedy club, and I don't want to. I'm just going to tell you about it because this will help, And there's she gets, basically the guy that brings her on, the compere, like makes a comment about her tits and is like really quite horrible about her, and he keeps heckling her. So she's like, "How much do you shut up?" And he's like $69 million. And she's like, very good, young man. But no, really, how much for you to shut up? Like, because I'll pay you to shut up. Like, I will pay you. Hang on. And she goes, hang on. $1.69 million for you to never do another comedy show ever again. And like, you could see him just like, what? She says, no, I'm serious. I'm absolutely serious. Like, if you can promise me you'll never like make anybody look and feel on stage like how you've just looked and made me feel, I will pay you $1.6 million. $69 million.
God.
And then he just comes up and he's like, yeah, all right then. And she's like, I'm serious. And he's like, I know you. And he just says in this very tiny voice, can I still do a podcast? She's like, no.
Can I still do a podcast? No.
So yeah, it's really like look at how working women are treated, and like she's got like the rumor going around that she set her ex-husband's house on fire and all this kind of stuff, and it's really nice. It's a really good like demonstration of the way that the media treats women and the world treats women as well, but also like about how people who have been like really battle hardened and lived through some shit I actually find it quite difficult when people are like, actually you can't say that anymore, and but even though it might be progress, as far as we see it, for some people it's like, I lived through this, I've survived, I'm still here. I've been sexually harassed in nightclubs, and I've been sexually harassed at every single gig that I did, and I just had to deal with it. And there's always the kind of like difficulty in seeing that other people will not put up with that where you've had to.
Yes, so the ring was like it's different time. So
yeah. And like, when you say something that's happened, or this made me uncomfortable, and you're like, what? I've
been worse than that. That kind of thing, isn't it?
I've had worse than that.
What you mean, you softy? Like, you're a big old softy. You know what I'm saying? So then they kind of get that mentality.
What the hell's a microaggression? I've had aggression.
Internet bullies. What are you internet bullying? What is that? What are you talking about? I've got bullies in real life. Hit me in the face.
Exactly. Yeah. That kind of thing. So it's nice. It's good, and I would really recommend it. I'm really into it. I watched it on a couple of days because I was like, "This is." I just inject this directly into my veins because this is I like.
Oh my god!
Anyway, so I'm going to give Troy the platform now because I know you're dying to talk about.
Yep.
Sandman.
Ah, yes. Just the whole season. Just I watched the first episode. Just to get my feet wet. Just get a little feet wet. Just to kind of see
a little taste.
Show. A little taste. I don't know. You seen it yet? Helen?
No, not yet. But I want to.
Oh yes, Tara, you haven't seen it yet, Helen?
I ain't seen it yet. No.
Okay, so both of you haven't seen it. Okay. So episode 1, I was like, oh my god. By the way, I haven't read the books. I've just got in there cold. I've wanted to over the years, but I've never done it. Never took the plunge. But when the show came out, I was like, this looks so good. I said, let me just check this out. I said, you know what, yeah. Literally about a couple hours ago. That's when I saw the first episode of Sandman. And it was glorious. The world building in that first episode, just the narration of Dream, aka the Sandman, was insane. It was insane. It's 10 episodes, season 1 right now. Just came out. Netflix, guys. Anyone wants to know. Anyone watch it, listen to this podcast. And yes, Charles Dance is in this episode.
Oh wow!
Those Charles Dance, this guy, the living legend. So good. Bless you. It's so good right now. So it's incredible. I was like, where's he come from? My pleasure. I was like, where did this guy come from? I was like, Charles Dance up in this. I was like, okay, I'm sold. And like, Charles Dance said, I'm sold. Nothing even happened in the episode. I was like, I'm sold. So literally it starts off with the Sandman narrating what dreams do for the humans. Everyone needs to dreams and nightmares to kind of like fulfill what they need to do the next day to kind of function. If you don't have the dreams, you can't function well. You go crazy. That's what I say. That's how we work out our problems in everyday life. If you go to sleep, you work out the problem. You try and work out the problem in your mind, so you refresh for the next day. That's how your body kind of renews itself. So that's how they kind of break that down in Sandman first episode, and he has his own kingdom. where he lives, where he sees some loyal subjects, other creatures, other deities that live in there, and other people he created as well. And he has his own creation, and he is let loose on Earth because he left the kingdom to kind of terrorize humans because he thinks he's better than them, basically, gone against the Sandman's ruling and his orders. And Sandman himself left his kingdom to go find him. He's called Corinthian. That's the guy's name who's terrorizing the humans. And Sandman, his name is Dream in the show. But he was literally just about to collect his subject, the one this villain who's carving people up on Earth. And these humans, Charles Dance, he's the leader of this cult. And he wants to bring his dead son back to life. So his main goal is to capture Death. That's the kind of premise of the first episode. Like he's trying to capture Death. I need my son back. And he has another son. He has like a small son, but he doesn't even care about his son. He's like, yeah, if my son came back, and his son's looking at him like, uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because he doesn't see him as anything. He's like, get out the way. That kind of relationship with his other son, And he does this spell. Here in the darkness, that kind of chant, that kind of thing. And all of a sudden, the Sandman is shaking right now. He's like, what the heck is going on? And he captures the Sandman. Whoa. So I'm like, oh my, they're gonna go there with this. I was like, oh snap. You're gonna start episode 1 and they capture the Sandman. I'm like, what is this? This is even Sandman kind of says in his narration, because I love his narration, it's got like a deep voice, just like, the spell has captured me. These amateurs. You know what I'm saying? He's just like disappointed that he got captured by these human beings. He's captured this kind of godlike being who controls their dreams and nightmares, that kind of thing, and their dreamscapes. So they capture him, and then they think he's Death, but the one who Dream was after in the first place, the villain, kind of says, nah, you ain't Death, my guy, you ain't Death. You caught the wrong person, you caught the Sandman. That's what you got. You got the wrong person. You ain't gonna be able to give me no son back, you ain't gonna give me nothing like that. Nope. And then even Charles Anson's like, what good is a man? You can't give me what I need. What's a man good with dreams? What do we need dreams for? But then he kind of break down, yeah, we need dreams. You need them because like chaos will happen. So they kind of have this widespread sleep sickness because they captured the Sandman. So no one can, like, hardly anyone around the world outside of that kind of space where Charles Dance is in, because he's kind of got the Sandman's items. So he's kind of got a protected area where he lives, and around that kind of area, that part in the UK where he is. And everyone around the world is can't wake up, or they're sleepwalking. Chaos is reigning outside the UK. Chaos is happening out there. People can't wake up. People are gone missing. They're sleepwalking. They're kind of dropping. They're walking off probably cliffs. Maybe I don't know what they're doing. Walking off bridges because they can't control themselves. They can't work out the dream where they're going, what they're doing. Maybe. So that's happening. Yeah, it's incredible with the way they do the Sandman. So that's amazing. And they kind of create this spherical apparatus around him to kind of contain him. And the person who plays the Sandman, he's oh my god, so good. He's so good because he doesn't say hardly anything in this episode, but you feel the emotion coming from him. It's radiating from him. It's like, oh my, this is so good. This is so good. And yeah, I don't say too much because like I don't say too much.
Well, I've never read it either, so it's going to be a complete surprise to me. But I've read other Neil Gaiman stuff, and I've watched other Neil Gaiman adaptations, so I reckon I'm going to like it.
You like it? Yeah.
I like I like the way he blends like folklore and like
so
God and all that, and modernism. Like it's like almost like magical realism, isn't it?
I know this is because it feels like it's in the real world. They actually blend together, literally.
Yeah.
And we work one in the same. That's how he writes his work.
I like his like, what if the god of sun wanted a day off kind of thing. I like that.
Yeah,
I like that
literally.
stuff. Like,
What would happen to the planet if things went missing? That God didn't do his job. That didn't do that person's job. So chaos just reigns around him. I
what
love
kind of person is Nancy the Spider-Man? You know, I love that. I really do love that stuff.
Yeah, that's because the thing is, they're game because of Nancy, like obviously the African Caribbean folklore, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nancy the Spider, that kind of thing, Nancy boys and all that kind of thing.
But Nancy was always a bit of a trickster, wasn't he?
Yes, he's a trickster god. So I love that kind of thing because he messes with all kinds of any part of the world, any region. I think
What if Nancy messed with the wrong person is very much Neil Gaiman's groove, isn't it? I like that. I've read American Gods and I've read like an Nancy Boys.
Oh yes, the American Gods. Oh, that's so good. But I hear they're trying to bring it back from like another company, trying to remake it from somewhere else. They're trying their best to bring it back because yeah, trying their best. No game is trying to get it back, but we'll see how that goes. Because they literally cancelled that, and I was like, oh, they cancelled. I was like, oh man, it was just starting to kick into high gear as well, American Gods. So I was like, oh jeez.
Yeah, it was just getting good, wasn't it?
Yeah, just getting good with Chernobog with the massive hammer and then the little fight at the end. I was like, it was just getting. I was like, yes, it was like, oh come on, it was just getting to the days. Oh my god, and Nancy in American Gods so good. Orlando, oh that was incredible. That he's so good. Oh my god, I'm gonna go back into American Gods because I'll talk about like literally all day. I'm not gonna do that because I can literally just talk about just his character alone. How great. But and then they just did nothing with him the next season. That was terrible. But yeah.
I just love stuff that's got like my husband and I were talking about the other day, like it's magical world, but there's still bureaucracy, like the Loki stuff, like, you know, yes, you can go to any timeline in the entire world, but there is a department,
Yes.
a government department that is in charge of this.
That's
And
what
you do need to fill out a form.
Yeah.
Like, I love that stuff. Like,
hey, we got jobs to do. Fill it out.
yeah, exactly. In a world of endless possibilities, there's always somebody there with a ledger and a stamp telling you whether it's possible or not.
Oh my god, that's what I'm saying. So yeah, that's what it is, man. Hey, Sandman was so good. There's 10 episodes out. I'm literally watching it. I'm watching it old school, guys.
Yeah.
I'm watching it old school. I'm gonna watch it like one by one, episode by episode. I'm just like, cause oh my gosh, because I'm just take my time with the show because I want to watch this greatness unfold. Just want to explore its glory. How great this show is, man. Oh man, the visuals, top notch. Oh,
I don't watch it myself, but I've heard like For All Mankind is really, the episode's been really good this week.
Oh, For All Mankind, yeah, apparently people say that's really good as well. For All Mankind, yeah, I'd say that as well, like, because it's solid. That show is incredible. So I'm like, okay, I'll check it out. I keep seeing on my feed as well. I'm like scrolling down, see For All Mankind, and I'm like, oh my god, I'll check it out. Go do it.
Yeah, and Blackbird's finished this week as well.
Blackbird, yes, I'm gonna get on that, Helen. I'm gonna just trust me. I'm gonna get on Blackbird.
Get on it because the final episode of Blackbird is like, oh lord.
Yeah, it's coming because I see it. It's so good. I'm like, oh my god. I was waiting because I was watching other stuff at the same time. I was like, oh, I just want to unpack it. I just want to watch it like just in peace. It's like nothing else I'm watching else. Watching like in peace.
And look, I'm gonna say it. Like Taron Egerton is totally ripped in it. Like totally ripped.
Oh my gosh.
And if that's your thing, you know.
Yeah, that's Tara's thing, you know, the ripped kitty man.
I think we've lost Tara, but
no, she's there. She's there. I can see her. She's there. She's alive.
I know she's there, but
she's alive.
Yeah, just chilling.
Do you know who Taron Egerton is?
Hmm?
Do you know Taron Egerton?
Nope.
Oh, you probably would know him. Yeah. He's Eggsy from Kingsman.
Oh yes.
Yes, I did that. So like,
he's got himself some muscles in Blackbird. Just so you know.
Wait, I thought he was Channing Tatum.
He's got what?
Channing Tatum, right? The actor.
No.
No, Channing Tatum. No.
Channing Tatum. Yeah, Taron Egerton.
Kingsman. Yeah, the boy. He's huge now. He's big. He's buffed out.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Big dude now. He's big dude.
Yeah.
Well, so good. But yeah, but that Blackbird show that's getting watched.
Honestly, the two leads in Blackbird are astonishing.
Yes.
Like the other guy, the guy that plays the guy that he's been like paid to look at.
Yeah.
Honestly, like he goes from like just like not being able to form a sentence to being like really deeply, deeply disturbing in like the blink of an eye. It's something else.
Damn,
It's
just
such a good pair of performances.
Apple TV, you know.
Do you know what? I was saying
So
this to my
good, so
husband
good.
there on the week, like, who would have thought when we first got Apple TV, it was like, oh, we'll take it for a month. There might be something good on there. We might have to watch it.
Yeah,
But literally, they've been knocking it out of the park these last couple of years.
they have. Because
Like,
of the show that I used to, what's an Apple TV? It was what show was it? It was like a horror show. I'm trying to find what was it called? Servant. The first Apple TV show I watched was Servant.
oh, I need to watch that actually.
That I was watching season 1 of that. I need to watch the new season. But yeah, that was a weird show, but I loved it. That show was so weird. I was like, oh my days.
I think
it was really good.
it's going to take a lot to beat Severance. I think for my TV show of the year.
Yeah.
Unless they get Ted Lasso, the new season of Ted Lasso out before the end of the year.
I like the originals. I watched yeah, I said before, Servant, and I watched Invasion. I watched that on Apple TV Plus. That's a really good show. It's really, so some people like, because Apple TV, their originals are really slow,
Yeah.
but they do very character driven work. That's what they do. Very story driven. Not a lot of stuff going on in it, but I like that sometimes. My show, I like that, so I don't mind it. A good build up. Apple TV Plus, like Apple TV, are the best at build ups. I'm gonna say it right now. Their stories are incredible. But I mean, the writing over there is off the chart.
I could maybe do without them shoehorning in the Apple products.
Yes, that's Apple. Yeah, that's never gonna stop. That's
like, you've got our attention. We've got your streaming service.
Oh God, we've already here. What do you need?
We're already here. Yeah, we're a captive audience. Like,
exactly. What do you want from us? What do you want from us? Oh my gosh, the Apple thing there, the Apple phone there. I'm like, oh my gosh, like really? I'm like, okay.
I think they went too far. Like, because I know that in For All Mankind, the iPod was invented in the 90s in that universe.
Yeah. Oh my god, they do the best to show every kind of product they can, like iPad, everything.
And it's like, even like, so the program being set in the 90s is no bar to you shoehorning in one of your products.
Yeah, funny. Oh, they kill me. They crap me up. When I see one, it just makes me laugh. Every time I see like something, it just cracks me up. I'm like, oh my days, product placement once again. Product placement. Okay, but yeah. So Sandman, check it out. Just only 10 episodes, as I said before. So good. Netflix. They're winning with Sandman.
What I was going to ask you about as well was series 2 of Only Murders in the Building. What do we think? Have we been watching it?
We're in the building. I watched season 1. I haven't watched season 2 yet. No, I haven't seen that yet.
Hurry up and watch it.
I'm up there because I'm watching too many shows. They're killing me, Ellen. They're killing me. Too many shows.
Well,
I will get around to it. Trust me, I'll get around to it.
Better to have an embarrassment of riches than nothing to watch, right?
Yeah, that's the problem with so many shows. Especially Helen, the shows you give me, I'm like, I'm watching a ton of them. But that show right there, oh my gosh, I'm gonna watch it so far. I'm gonna get around to it next week. I'm gonna get around to it. But second, okay, I'm gonna finish off that. I'm not gonna talk too long. Second pick, I'm just gonna finish off. It's gonna be a really quick one. Papergirls, Amazon.
Yes.
Mm.
We started that.
What episode you on?
I think we watched the first 2.
So good. That's so good. That show is incredible. After watching Yellow Jackets, because that even on my channel, my own channel, YouTube channel, I talk about Yellow Jackets. It had that Yellow Jacket vibe. Stranger Things.
Yeah.
That's all over that place. That's all over that. That show with Stranger Things is all over that. The bikes and the kids running. I love that show. Papergirls is incredible.
But even I was trying to explain, my husband's a little bit younger than me. I'm showing off now. But I was trying to explain to him like the Paperboy and Papergirl computer games that we had in the olden days. So I was thinking, oh, is it a TV show of the computer game? And he just looked at me like so blankly.
Like, what? What do you mean?
I'm so old. He was like, what was the game? It's like you pretended to be a paper boy and you put papers into people's letterboxes and then you collected your money. And he was like, is that what passed for entertainment in the 80s and 90s? But yes, it was.
He's like, oh, interesting. So that, you Advanya? That
Like,
was
so
doing it.
you played Paperboy and then you went and did your paper round. But yes, I did.
Oh, Papergirls is incredible. That just shocked the heck out of me. Oh man, how good that show was. I watched the whole thing. It's so good.
Oh, you've watched the whole thing? Oh no,
Yeah,
I need to catch up with you then.
Oh my gosh. Just that show, and I was like, she just seeing the time jumping. And I was like, we incorporated that because a lot of people say Doctor Who type vibes, and I was like, I don't know about Doctor Who, I don't know. That kind of thing, with Stranger Things and Future Man, reminds me of that, to be honest, Future Man, that kind of thing. But the characters, very well done. Very well done, the characters. I love it. The thing is, a show like this, it's very hard to get kids, child actors to be very likable. And I like all these characters. I like all of them. And that's the thing, you can really say that in nowadays about the child actors, like a lot of shows, like little kids in it. And I like all these characters, all four of them. Incredible. So good. The future verse 2019, that cracked me up. I was like, that was incredible seeing her future self, like her just being depressed, it's like talking to herself in the mirror, taking tablets every day. She's like, oh, what the heck is my life come to? She's like, no. I was like, oh my god. I was like, yeah. I was like, imagine you see yourself in the future, like, it's like, oh.
Yeah, I'm just getting at the stage where they're all kind of arguing that, oh, my future self's going to be better than your future self.
Yeah, that kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, oh, I bet mine. But my version, like, it's like, oh my gosh, like Tiff's one is like, yeah, I'm gonna be about a rich and got her own like institute, blah 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 blah. Oh my, come on, But yeah, because she's the president.
I kind of thought it was like, I was trying to think of a way to put it in a line. It's like, it's as if Stranger Things was influenced by Flight of the Navigator instead of it.
Yeah, you're right. No point there. Flight of the Navigator, yeah, I think that kind of vibe. Yeah. Goonies, a little bit, that kind of thing going on. Yeah, okay, a little bit of Goonies, a little bit. Oh yeah. I'll say so. Yeah, Flight of the Navigator, that's a good one. But that's what I'm saying. So Papergirls, oh my god, I just can't say show because there's so much stuff that happens in the show, and I'm like, I don't say anything because literally you haven't seen the rest of it, so I'm trying to just keep it like to the original couple of episodes.
Yeah.
Solid, just solid. Even you know what surprised me the most about the show? You know the visuals.
Yeah, it's really good, isn't it?
Oh, that visuals are clean. I'm like, oh my, how much money was backed into this show? I was like, jeez.
Yeah, they've done a good job.
Yeah, I was like, oh my god, even go to different universes, the pink sky type stuff. I'm not pretty. I'm pretty. I'm like, yo. And it's seamless. When they transition that sort of like places the scene, and you know what showed me as well, the adult versions of them as well. So what you're gonna see, they literally look so good. Like the likenesses are so good. Everything to the casting, down to the casting, is like perfect. Everything is perfect. Story is solid. Everything, like you just want to see what happens next. Each episode, I start binge everything like one day. I did it all in one day. Helen, all in one day. All episodes.
Well, that's dedication. The thing is,
I just start watching it.
If I'm on my own, I can, but like, I'm watching it with my husband, so it's got to be like, got to take this as our little time to watch this together.
Yeah.
And then you go to work, and I go to work, and.
No, I think even the family that's show my family. I was like, hey, we got to sit down and watch this. I was like, yeah. We got to just watch it back to back. I was like, even though like next episode, I was like, yeah. That's done. Right next to this one, like, done. And then we were like, oh, so much finish. The good cliffhanger as well. Good cliffhanger, I'll say that. What happens?
Oh.
You got this. It's a good little cliffhanger there. I like where he did it. Okay, I was like, oh, interesting. All right. I see when they go season 2 because I did for sure. That's gonna get commissioned season 2. When they ended that show, it's a done deal. Season 2's coming. It's a done.
Oh, that's good.
That's for a fact. With how good that show is. There's no way that doesn't get season 2. There's no way, or even a season 3 if they wanted to go that far. Because that show is solid.
Excellent stuff.
Right. Impressive. All right. So that's my 2 picks. Amazon original, Amazon Prime Video.
Cool.
Yes, that's my one right there. You can watch those. So let's do this so it gets out of the way. So it's the TV show. How many episodes was that? So that was 8 episodes overall. Yeah, just making sure 8 episodes overall. Okay. There you go. So that's my 2 picks right there. Sandman, Papergirls. So that's me done. So do you guys want to pimp your socials out there?
Well, let's pimp ours. So squareicing@gmail and @twitter.com.
Oh, yes. Tara, you're still with us.
Yes, I'm still here. Yeah, listening. Yep.
Pimp your socials and your YouTube video.
And your future documentary.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, also gonna have the TT Journey documentary in Korea. Yeah, check it out on my YouTube channel.
Yes, check it down there because it's going to be in the description box below as well. Stuff down there. So, Legend of All 101.
Boing.
Boing. See, she said boing. Okay. There you go. So, got stuff. Description box below, as I said before, we're going to put it in there. Just go check us out down there as well. Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Press the notification bell on YouTube. Come on, guys. Come on. We're doing all this work for you. We finish on our work. We come in online just to talk to you guys.
It's true.
How about a day? We could be right now, sitting down, chilling, not or even in bed. You know what I'm saying? We could have like a nice cold drink, you know what I'm saying? Especially in the UK where it's hot right now, we could be chilling, some ice, you know what I'm saying? We could be just doing whatever we want to do. But we're here with you guys because we love you guys, See?
True.
So yes, we are finished. We are the dream team. All of our choices have been displayed to you guys. So we're going to leave you and, love you and leave you. So.
Indeed. We will love you and leave you.
Love and leave you, that's what I'm saying. So, hey, what we will learn today, Sandman and the Papergirls. And yes, we are going to watch all of those shows. Helen, Tara's shows. Helen, say your shows once again for me. Let's go through them again.
The Crying Hacks.
The Crying Hack, yes, Cry and the Hack, yes. Tara, show.
Yep.
What's your show? Pick. What's your pick?
Umbrella.
And the Umbrella Academy, see which was I want to go through, just go through real quick. So people can know. So we're obviously gonna research them on their own time. So so there we go. So those are our choices today. We're gonna go. So yes, goodbye.
Goodbye from me.
Goodbye.
Me, Tara, and Helen.
Yep.